View co-host Sunny Hostin says she introduced her son to the police ahead of time so they don't harass him for jogging in her all-white neighborhood. Roll it, Elvis.
As a mother of black children, I know that black boys are not given the presumption of innocence and the presumption of youth. I have had to be in the position where I have gone to my local police department because I know my son is going to be training for the Junior Olympics, running around the neighborhood in an all-white neighborhood, and I have brought him to the police and said, he belongs to me. This is my son. Do not harass him. Do not stop him.
Amazing. A typical Democrat moving to an all-white neighborhood, then bitching about racism. Hey, lady, there's a reason you live in that all-white neighborhood. You picked the safest place for you and your family. Now you're ragging on the cops. If you want to relocate to the south side of Chicago, it's a buyer's market. Sadly there, your son will train by running from gunfire and not from the cops.
Sunny Hawn never stops ripping on the cops. On The View, she said she introduced her son to the local police so he wouldn't get harassed while jogging in her all-white neighborhood. As a mother of black children, she said, I know they aren't given the presumption of innocence or youth. She explained how she personally went to the police before her son's training for the Junior Olympics. He belongs to me. Do not harass him, she told them. It's a story meant to highlight concern, but for critics, it was a perfect example of a Democrat enjoying privilege while complaining about racism.
Do you know what? I gotta tell you, this story should have been the lead. Yeah. I'm thinking about it, all the things that we're talking about. It has everything. It's like a freaking hoax. She just lies.
It's a juicy Smollett classic.
Yes, this is a Smollett number 9. She got it off the menu. It's amazing. I might have to talk about this all day tomorrow.
Tyrus responded immediately, walking into the conversation like a truth bomb. Even Whoopi Goldberg couldn't ignore him. The room went from calm to stunned in seconds. His comment cut through the usual chaos with calm precision. No yelling, no theatrics. Just a pointed critique that exposed the tension, the contradiction, and the absurdity of the narrative Sunny
about being a successful black lady who lives with white people, so she has to play.
Hold on. Yeah. Successful slave-owning black woman. Get it right.
Yeah, slave-owning. Her ancestors owned slaves. So she has to play up this I am a target of oppression, so she can remain on a credentialed level with other blacks.
No, stop it, Greg. She was lying through her teeth. She's full of. The cops are just in a group sitting around drinking coffee. Hey, police, this is my kid. You see him running around, you leave him alone, or you got to deal with me. And they're like, oh, it's Sonny. Yes, ma'am. And then the one cop was like, nah. And they're like, put it away. Put the baton away, Johnson.
Sunny's past came under scrutiny too. A staunch supporter of reparations and racial justice, she was revealed as a descendant of European slave owners on Finding Your Roots. Her public persona of oppression clashed with her personal
not what
privilege,
I read.
highlighting a disconnect.
The true side of the apocalypse is someone that dumb has a law degree. Worse, if your name has the word sun in it, there's no excuse for not knowing how an eclipse works. But it's no surprise that Joy is the one who understands science. She's been on the science diet for years.
Oh no, nothing really comes to mind. I was like, Shih-Ching, listen, they're bitter, they're angry, they're entitled. They also should be. This should have been a reset for everyone who pushed lies and misinformation for the last. They call them Hitler, they call these things. America rejected them. And instead of coming back and saying, we lied, they instead are now doubling down. So let her keep doing it, because if she keeps that up, we're going to keep getting the Senate and probably the House and the White House, because people see right through your lies. So keep doing what you're doing. Game ball to Sunny.
The View thrives on interruptions, contradictions, and chaos. Tyrus' calm style contrasted sharply with this, cutting through the noise. Where the panel relied on drama and loud debate, Tyrus delivered humor, truth, and composure. One quiet line did more damage than hours of shouting ever could.
Austin's obsession with race gets thrown back in her face. Today's video comes to us from Sunny Hostin. Sounds like a town. We're in sunny Austin. She was on PBS's Finding Your Roots, a show dedicated to researching celebrity ancestry. For context, Sunny is a staunch supporter of reparations and has made a fortune spewing nonsense about white privilege and racial justice. Well, turns out she's not as oppressed as she claims she is. She's actually the descendant of slave owners from Europe.
Whoopi tried to maintain composure, but her signature glare betrayed her. The panel's usual power, volume, and confidence failed against Tyrus' calm. His precision made them look small, their routines predictable, and their chaos performative.
Sure.
Even their best
all
efforts
that.
couldn't capture
and the price of butter.
Honest takedown.
Sonny gets the game ball. If it wasn't for her, if it wasn't for her asking that question, it might have been a closer election. But when oh no, nothing really comes to mind, I was like, Ching, listen, they're bitter, they're angry, they're entitled. They also should be, this should have been a reset for everyone who pushed lies and misinformation for the last, they called him Hitler, they call these things, America rejected them. And instead of coming back and saying, we lied, they instead are now doubling down.
The internet exploded. Some viewers thought Tyrus crossed a line, others cheered him for calling out what everyone whispers. His calm roast became a viral moment. The View inadvertently proved his point,
Wow.
showing how their stage debates often disguise chaos
I'm a little
as
bit in
meaningful
shock.
discussion.
I just always thought of myself as Puerto Rican, half Puerto Rican. I didn't think I was, my family was originally from Spain and slaveholders.
Yeah. So how are you feeling, my friend?
I think it's actually pretty interesting that my husband and I have shared roots.
Yeah.
So I do appreciate that.
Tyrus highlighted the irony. The show preaches unity but divides at the slightest challenge. He stayed steady while the panel scrambled, proving the pattern of selective tolerance. Agree and get approval, disagree and face
Their
ridicule.
brains are small.
His subtle humor made their
But who's the
contradictions
dumbest one of
obvious
all?
to everyone watching.
True, none of them are in Mensa, but who's the most densa? Perhaps it's Sunny who mastered the art of making idiots look smart. Now, The View could ask a mirror who's the dumbest one of all, but there's no way that glass doesn't shatter. So instead, let's check out this clip from Monday's episode of The View when the ladies put their science caps on and discuss the solar eclipse.
Tyrus' strength lay in restraint. No shouting, no mockery, just a calm, sharp observation. The louder the panel tried to dominate, the more their weaknesses were exposed. Every reaction,
Oh no,
every
nothing really
sigh,
comes to
and
mind. I was
strained
like,
laugh
Ching,
underscored the
listen,
truth
they're
he dropped
bitter, they're
silently.
angry, they're entitled. They also should be, this should have been a reset for everyone who pushed lies and misinformation for the last, they called him Hitler, they call these things, America rejected them. And instead of coming back and saying, we lied, they instead are now doubling down. So let her keep doing it, because if she keeps that up, we're going to keep getting the Senate and probably the House and the White House, because people see right through your lies. So keep doing what you're doing. Game ball the Senate.
The panel's claim of structured debate fell apart under Tyrus' quiet critique. Their endless chatter over trivial topics, their echo chamber style, and their inability to handle disagreement became obvious.
It's not even that.
Tyrus
In The
didn't
View, you
attack.
don't need to
They exposed
find
themselves
Trumpers.
simply
You
by
need to
responding.
fire your race baiters.
Yeah.
You need to fire the two races. You've had people. You had a McCain on there. You've had people on there before, and you ran them off.
Mm-hmm.
So the racist ones who want to stick to this, Whoopi and Sonny, and was it Bette Midler? What's her name? Yeah, broke-ass Bette Midler. Fire them and bring people in. Maybe you could get McCain to come back. She was a Republican.
Whoopi's famous pause, glare, and exhale conveyed frustration beyond words. She couldn't outmaneuver someone who used humor instead of anger. The calm, controlled delivery of Tyrus made every practiced speech and forced smile look performative.
The problem is that
show's
you have to
entire
go
dynamic
after the
unraveled
racist
quietly
people.
on live
And if
TV.
the CEO goes, you know what? I'm not going to allow a woman on my show or man that will go after white America and talk about them like dogs. That doesn't represent our ideals or values for anyone. And get rid of those people, and this will clear up real quick. So do you have to actually look in the mirror and clean up your own backyard and get the racist people out? Because that's who you allowed in. You allowed black racist on TV who could just go all day and say anything about white people. And I guess lo and behold, they forgot that there's a lot of people at home, white people at home during the day that are not watching your show anymore. So just clean it up.
Yeah, you know, Emma.
By the end, Tyrus walked away unchanged. The View spent days pretending nothing happened. But the internet, viewers, and clips told a different story. One quiet line exposed hypocrisy, chaos, and staged moral authority. Truth lingered, leaving the panel scrambling and the audience watching the quiet roast resonate far longer than any on-air shouting could.